Morning world. First job of the day today is to help a local developer builder hide a few muddles. Ooh, that's cold again this morning. So, yes, amongst the many things that we sell are wood chip mulch for. We don't just use it for our livestock, although we use probably the majority of that this time of year for livestock. A lot of it goes for landscaping, you know, mulching borders to prevent weeds, keep the moisture in, keep the worms up, blah blah blah. A lot of it goes to making footpaths. One of our National Trust houses around here, and you'll see in some of the old videos, buys a lot of it for doing their paths, for the woodland paths. But another one of our customers, or group of customers, is the builder developers. Now we all know that when you're building a house, there's an awful lot of waste produced, and that waste is really expensive to get rid of. So sometimes builders will try and save a couple of quid by not removing everything off site, shall we say. And I'm not tarring this guy where I'm going to now with the same brush, because this isn't actually the case this time. This is just to tidy up a bit of wet ground that looks a bit wet, where it's been walked over. But yeah, we've sold chip before, gone to site, and the builders kind of admitted that, yeah, there's a pile of rubble over there that looks a bit crap, so I'm going to bury some potted plants in it and a tree in a pot, cover it over in mulch, and it looks like a giant border. And the folks coming around buying the house, none the wiser until next year when they've got to dig it and find out it's actually a pile of rubble, and the check's cleared by then. So yeah, so that's not the case today. Today we're delivering a 3-metre load of mulch to a building site in Dursley, and it is literally just to smarten the place up, because it makes a big difference. If you've got like a muddy corner, or where guys have been walking, or they've had stuff stacked, whatever else, and it's just untidy, this stuff, well, it hides sins really, really well. And once it's put down, because it's all a uniform colour or whatever, it just looks nice. So yeah, so that's the job. First job this morning is to go to Dursley and help a developer finish off his site. We are done here. I've got a funny feeling I'm going to be back over later on, because I don't think they got enough. They ordered 3 cube, I reckon they're going to want 6 or maybe even 8. If they're going to do what I think they're going to do. Just going to give cattle a bale, and then I've got a little issue I need to sort out. It appears that our pups, Pepper and Pickle, have learnt how to scale a 5-bar gate, and they keep getting out, which wouldn't be too much of a problem, but they're quite friendly, and we've got a public footpath that goes up through the middle of here, and I'd hate for one of them to get out and follow a walker across the road or something and end up getting run over. I wouldn't forgive myself for that. So it looks like the rest of this morning is going to be spent dog proofing my yard. Okay, I need to rob that off of them. We made a little tiny dent in that. Got a nice lot of bags over there, but it is only a little tiny dent in that. See that bale? That's the last of our rubbishy old 3-year-old haylage bales that I'm going to put in for the cattle. Probably tomorrow now. The little calf is up and lively enough now that he can get out of the way of overzealous steers and heifers and cows that are going to knock 7 bells out of that. You'll see. Those forks are too close together. So while we're up in the air, apparently, I was told a while ago, it's against health and safety. You can correct me if I'm wrong, someone else told me this is sort of second hand, but it is frowned upon to grease or oil the forks on this to make it easy to move it. Apparently it's dangerous. Right, okay. Let's see if I can thread that back on there. That's it. They're happy again. Right, my turn. Coffee. Okay, so I have, after a little bit of trial and error, worked out where the pups are getting out. Pickle was going straight over the gate, but Pepper, I found a hole in the hedge. Now I need to stop that because if they escape, a couple of things could happen. One, they could get up on the road and get knocked down, killed, injured, or whatever else. Or two, they could be stolen. And there is plenty of people out there who would be more than willing to take one or both of them off my hands for free. So I have to do something about that. I've sorted out that gate with a few bits and bobs I've done, and basically I'm going to use the old-fashioned farmer method of keeping the dog in. It's teaching it the boundaries, and the easiest and safest way for a dog to teach it the boundaries is the electric fence. So I've got a couple of energizers around here that are not really being used, so right now I can retask them to puppy training. Now some of you may say, oh, that's a bit cruel, electrifying, or electrocute the dog. Well, it's not actually electrocution, it is a shock, but it does mean that the dogs will come to respect the boundary. We've done this for years and years. I remember when my mother had a Great Dane puppy that liked nothing more than to dig up her roses. Every given opportunity, dig up the roses. And she was trained with electric fence. I think we've had actually 2 Great Danes we've done with that. Another thing, but it's a case of, this is the easiest and simplest way of training your dog of respecting a boundary, because once they've been nipped a few times, you can take the energizer off. You don't need it on there. As soon as they see that wire, they just won't go near it. Yeah, so we're going to the Mole Valley now, pick up a few bits and bobs that I thought I had, but actually don't. We can then come back and install those and just keep my dog safe. That's the most important thing. Keep him in, keep him safe. Keep him safe. Right. That's that sorted out. A few bits and... What? I know what you want. It's only 11:30. It's a bit early in the day, really, isn't it? They got a complete trailer set up sheep race in there. I quite fancy me one of those. Okay, well I think that's mission accomplished. So we put a strand of electric down around here because they've been looking at this. This is where Pickle's been jumping over. She was going through there. I kind of repaired that, but then she decided that she couldn't go through there. She'd go right over the top. So anyway, I have earthed the electric fence to the gate and gate post. So yeah, it is on what's it on? It was on high power. Actually, I'll go around there and put that on low power. I don't need high power. So yeah, I'll adjust that. That can go back. This was going to be the physical job to begin with, but that would have been a pain. So at least the way I've done it with the sprung hook, I can actually at least take it off. So yeah, I can still open the gate. Not that we use this gate often, but just in case. Okay, and then I've done the same with the double gates up there. Double springs, all connected up and electrified. These are actually going to be powered off the mains Android that lives in that shed up there. So I've had to bring a feed all the way down the outside. But doing that means that Pepper won't go for the hedge. I already know she won't go for the hedge again because she's already found electric fence, and anybody would think I'd shot it. But that's the idea. Is I don't want them going in there. I do not want the dogs going through the hedge to chase after somebody up on the road and get run over. So that's it, job done. It's all reasonably temporary, but yeah, they won't be going in there again in a hurry. Do you remember this morning I said I reckon they want another little wood chip to do the job they were doing on the building site? They do. Right, well that's that delivered, job done. Now it's a 15-minute bomb south down the A38 to the farm, so anybody who might be interested in seeing the A38 between Slimbridge and Thornbury, here's your chance. Right then, should we go and count some sheep? You coming out? Hey? Come on out. That pretty much takes the biscuit. So, just been out and looked at the sheep, they're all okay. Guy out there, walking his dog on the footpath, so can't say nothing, on a lead. But his dog sees Biscuit dragging him across the field, and all I can hear is Alfie, sit, stay, sit, sit, stay, sit, stay, come here, naughty boy, and all that. So the dog's taking not a blind bit of notice. Well, I said to the guy, I said, well, I can see the boss is in your house, and he goes, oh, he's just so big. Well, if you can't control him, why have you got a big dog? If you can't control a dog, don't have it, because you're not doing it any favours. I think too many people think of a pet as a fashion accessory. Oh look, I've got a dog. I've got no idea how to look after it, how to control it. Pretty sure if he was off a lead, he'd have been tearing after my sheep. Beggar's belief. Let's live in the country and buy a dog. Biscuit, on the other hand. Alright, no, she wasn't on a lead, but then she is on my land. Couldn't have cared less. So, his dog there, yanking him out around the field on the lead. My dog just stood at my feet, looking at his dog going, piss off. Right, okay. That's it. That's it. There you are. 10 past 3 already. Right, well the sheep are checked, they're all done, everybody's happy. I'm going home. Well, just before we finish up for the day, I'll come and say the guys that get on. It is Friday, and it is, well, 4:15. I think it's about time they went home. We'll see how much they got left of the bag. They've been pretty busy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 9 or 10 bags today, so they've done well. So they've earned their salt today. I don't think. Oh, you might get it finished tonight. I'd say finish that one and go home.
Damn it!
Yeah.
That means you can't go to that night.
Yeah. That won't take long to do that, will it? We made a bit of a hole in it.
Yeah. Still a lot there.
Yeah.
Oh, I know you were a biscuit. I thought you was in the board.
No. You'd over looking at sheep. Biscuit. Come here. Right. Well, I can't loiter around because you've got a radio on, so. Right. There you are. They're going to finish that bag up and then go home. So I can't hang around too much because I got a bit of ZZ Top blaring out and you know, copyright and all that stuff. Don't you get mucky feet, Mrs. Peony Cross, and I'll get the blame. Oh, won't you? I reckon I could blame Mikey actually. That'll work. Yeah, I'll blame Mikey.